$600,000 in Westchase, some agents will tell you it gets you your dream home. But the lowest single-family home sold in West Park Village this year was for $750,000. So let me show you what your money actually buys in Westchase right now. I'm Bryan Coward. I live here, I sell here, and I track the Westchase market every single week. This is the mid-2026 breakdown of what $600K actually gets you in the 33626. Real numbers, real trade-offs, and a little to no fluff. I'm not going to put, seriously, no fluff in this video. All right, here's why this matters. If you're moving to Tampa Bay and you're researching Westchase, most of what you're finding online is outdated. Zestimates kind of lag the market. YouTube videos from 2023, national headlines that literally have nothing to do with this zip code. And Westchase is not one market. It's a collection of villages and neighborhoods, and the same budget buys you very different homes depending on which neighborhood you're standing in. Now, what $600K bought you here 2 years ago is not exactly what it buys you here today. So let's get current. First, where the market actually sits right now, the average sale price for a single family home here is $796,000. That's a single family home right here in Westchase. There are 42 active listings on the market, and homes are averaging just 23 days on market. And sellers are getting 98.2% of list price. That's a lot better than the Tampa Bay market average. Now, if you read those numbers together, and here is what they're telling you. This is still a seller's market here in Westchase. Homes move in about 3 weeks. That's pretty quick. And there is almost no discount off of asking price. So at $600,000, you're shopping nearly $200,000 below the average single family price point. That doesn't mean you're locked out. It just means you need to know exactly where your money works in this neighborhood and where it does not. So let's start in West Park Village, the walkable heart of Westchase. And this is where the internet can be lying to you. The lowest sale price on a single family home in West Park Village this year in 2026, $750,000. It gets you a very nice home. It's a David Weekley model floor plan. It's about 2,400 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and an office, no pool, and an attached 2-car garage, which are unique here in Westchase. We actually have a driveway. It's not detached with an alley in the back. That's the floor here in West Park Village, the entry point. So if you've got $600K and your heart is set on a single family home in West Park Village, the market is telling you not going to happen at this point or at this time. It's a little off. But what $600K does get you in West Park Village is a beautiful brand new townhome, or many of the other luxury townhomes, a walkable lifestyle, the restaurants, the coffee shops, the parks right outside your door. You're trading square footage and a yard for location. And for a lot of buyers, that trade-off is worth it. But you do need to walk in knowing that that is going to be the trade. So where does $600,000 buy you a single family home? Well, the answers are twofold. Really, you can get a home at that price point in Westchase and inside the 33626, but outside the Westchase HOA, most buyers just don't know the exact difference. So inside the Westchase HOA, you can look at villages or neighborhoods like Glencliff, the Bridges, and the Shires. In fact, here is a real example. 12227 Glencliff Circle sold this April for $570,000. That's a 2,100 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, plus an office, updated within the last 10 to 15 years, I would say. It's move-in ready, but it isn't updated to today's standards. That's what the money looks like here. And you're still getting it under budget, real square footage, and you're still in Westchase with everything that comes with. So it's really a fantastic deal. Now, if you widen the map, go outside of the Westchase HOA and stay in 33626, it includes communities like Westwood Lakes, Mandolin, Westchester, and the Reserve at Citrus Park, even Allura. Across these at $600K, maybe a little over, you're generally looking at 3 to 4 bedrooms, right around 2,100 square feet. Most won't be completely updated, but a lot of them have newer updates, and you can even find really nicely updated homes with a pool for around that price point, even in Westchester. Across all of these at $600K, you're generally looking at 3 to 4 bedrooms, right around the 2,100 square foot mark. Most won't be completely updated, but there are some opportunities to get newly updated homes for around $600K, even with a pool, like in Westchester. In Allura, Their HOA is fantastic. The homes were built in 2019, 2020 by D.R. Horton. The smallest model is a Lantana. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Those homes go for just over $600,000. Generally, you can spend a little bit more with a pool and it's updated, but the less expensive ones that haven't been updated are right around that $600K marker. But here's an insider note. The less expensive communities like Westwood Lakes and Westchester, you actually find plenty of recently updated homes sitting near or around the $600K mark. And that's where your dollar stretches the furthest when it comes to finishes or getting something like a pool. In Westchester recently, I saw a home was built in early 2000, but completely updated with a pool for around the $600K mark. I sell a lot in Elora. That's a D.R. Horton community just outside of Westchase and Sheldon and Linebaugh. It's about 150 homes. Their smallest model is a Lantana. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Beautiful home. With updated finishes, around the 2020 marker. Those homes go for $600,000 and a little bit above, depending on upgrade or if they have a pool or lot sizes, lot areas. So you really can find a lot outside of the Westchase HOA in that $600K marker. Now, one more thing to factor in HOA in Westchase is $477. That's the master HOA, not including the CDD or the other neighborhood HOAs. And that CDD is a line item that will affect your taxes, and it doesn't always show up in the Zillow estimate. Plus, you have a one-time capital contribution to move into Westchase of $2,500. And that doesn't happen in Elora or Westwood Lakes or any of the outlying communities. That's for the HOA here in Westchase. But it does get you a lot. It gets you all the wonderful things that Westchase offers, the pools, the communities, the trails, the pickleball courts. But here is the honest part. What $600K doesn't buy you in Westchase. It doesn't buy you a single family home in West Park Village. We've covered that. The floor this year was $750,000, with sellers getting 98.2% of list. Nobody is negotiating their way down to $600K at that price, all right? And generally speaking, it's not getting you into a premier Westchase neighborhood with a pool and 4 bedrooms. That tier is simply trading above your budget right now. Here's the reframe. What $600K does buy you is a really nice starter home in Westchase, a home your family can grow into in a neighborhood most people never want to leave. And if a townhome fits your life, the picture gets even brighter. You can get a brand new townhome in Westchase Station, which is located in West Park Village, for just over $500,000. And there are many lovely townhomes in the $600K range across Westchase, Waterchase, Highland Park, and your family may love it just as much. One more reality check for anyone relocating from out of state is insurance. You want to budget roughly $3,000 a year, depending on the roof and construction, on a $600K purchase. That is a real number, and it belongs in your budget from day one, not at the closing table. And sure, you can get $2,000 or $2,500, but just budget in $3K, you'll thank me later. And that's exactly why correct pricing and honest expectations matter more than pretty listing photos, although they sure are nice. So that's the real picture. $600,000 in Westchase buys you options, but the right choice depends on what you value: walkability, square footage, the lot, a pool, what neighborhood do you want to be in? If you want this broken down or run for your exact budget, please call or text me at 727-325-6009 or head to westchaserealtor.com and I'll send you what's actually available at your number, not what the internet thinks is available. And if you're comparing Westchase to other Tampa Bay neighborhoods, I do cover that a lot in other videos. So subscribe to this channel and I break down exactly how they stack up. Bryan Coward here, westchaserealtor.com, and I will see you in the next video.